Hey, welcome back to another Get Ready With Me, where you're gonna get ready with me. We are going to do a glam / date night look. I know as a mom, I don't normally do big makeup looks because why? They take a lot of effort. But when we do get the chance to go on a date night, I like to look a little pretty. You know, it's nice to go out in public and get dolled up. It's always fun. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do what I would normally wear when we go out. Let's get started. You already know, before we put any makeup on our face, I like to prime it, and I'm using my Too Faced Hangover primer and moisturizer. So you just squirt on and rub it in. Alright, now that we have primed our face, I'm gonna kind of let it dry a little bit because you should always let it set, like absorb into your skin, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So next we're going to go ahead and add our foundation, which I'm using my Maybelline Dream Velvet. It's a matte though. I love it because of it being a matte. And we're just going to put this on our skin. We're just going to, my little mirror's down here. We're going to apply just dots all over our face. Now, I always take the excess on my kabuki brush, and then I'm going to just kind of stipple that in. Watch my hairs, and then I'm just going to rub. Make sure you bring it down your neck because you do want your neck to match and onto your ears for the same reason. You don't want your neck to look a different shade than your face. It just does not look right. It don't look good. So, all right, now that we have our foundation set in, we're going to go ahead and add concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand because I still haven't got a new one yet that matches my skin. So we're gonna keep using what we have. Fake it till you make it. No, it doesn't. So we're just going to apply it under our eyes, bridge of our nose, do some weird thing on your forehead, your cupid's bow, and your chin. And then I like to do it around my nose because it gets a little cakey there. Not in your nose. So, and then we're gonna take our blending brush, and then we're going to take our beauty blender, and we're gonna start blending it in. I leave my under eyes for last because I kind of want the makeup to absorb into those huge suitcases I have underneath them. So. Get that all blended. Now that we got that all in, I want to go ahead and set it all because when you put a lot of liquid stuff down, you want to make sure it doesn't settle into your creases and stuff and just mess up your whole look. Okay, so for my setting powder, I'm using the e.l.f. setting powder. It's just like a little, comes like this with a little patty thing. And I'm gonna take my big powder brush, kind of get that in there, and I'm just going to set that on my skin. Now, a lot of people, I guess this would be technically called baking, and a lot of people will take like a beauty blender and just put it underneath their eyes. But I'm kind of trying to do a quick get ready with me glam look because we all know that more than likely as a mom, when you're trying to get ready for a date night, you don't really have time to just sit there for hours to get ready. It's kind of like one of those where you need to get your butt in gear and go because you know something's bound to happen with your kids or reservations, you know, all the fun stuff. Now that we have set everything, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a minute, and I'm gonna work on brows. So first off, with brows, you want to comb them out and get them ready for coloring, I guess that's what you're gonna say. So brush Brush, brush, brush. Again, I'm not a beauty expert, and my brows are atrocious, but it's cool. It's cool. We're just gonna shape them the way that we like them. And I like them to look good. Decent. Not a train wreck, I should say. And we are going to take the Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo, as I've used in a lot of my videos. We're going to start with the small pencil side first, and we're just going to trace where we want to fill our brows in. Now that they're traced, kind of, we're going to just fill them in like so. And it's okay if you put a whole lot on them. We're going to brush them out again here in a little bit. I say this like I know what I'm doing. So wrong, because I don't. Let's brush them out, get some of this excess off. Alright, now that our eyebrows look like sad little caterpillars, we're going to go ahead and kind of clean it up a little bit. Taking concealer with a little concealer, tiny little brush. We're just going to kind of clean it up. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and just kind of blend that in. I like to do my brows before I do my eyeshadow because of this step right here. Sad caterpillars, check. Now, let's do some eyes. The palette we're going to use today for our eyeshadow is the Morphe 35F Fall Into Frost. You have seen this palette on the products that I love, and I do love these products. Look how pretty. They're just so pretty. So yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And we're gonna we wanna kind of be bold, but not like crazy bold. So I think let's start off with our transition shade, which I'm gonna always do this light, not always, but I'm gonna do this light color right here. Dip that in, get my trusty mirror, and we're just going to put that on the crease of our eye, kind of avoiding the lid, you know. There we go. Now we got our transition shade. Let's move on to some color. So I think for the base, I know we just did a transition shade, but I think to lay down something first, we're gonna use this purple right here because it's just pretty. And I'm gonna take like a little packing brush. I don't even know if it's called a packing brush, but I'm gonna take this brush. This one right here. I'm gonna get that color on here. It's kind of dark. Tap that off because we don't need that much. And we're just going to put it in the corner right here first. Okay, now that we have that color down, I'm going to take my new blending brush that I got from Ipsy. It's also by Ruby. And we're going to add some color like into the crease in that corner. And I think I want to use this one. This little pretty shade right here. You see that? Yeah, okay. And we're just gonna take a little on our brush like that. Tap that off because we don't want that much. And we're gonna just kind of pack it right here. There we go. Kind of gives it a little, I don't know, just makes it look pretty. So now that we have that, I want to go ahead and do the middle part of our eye. We're going to just add a really bright color to just kind of break all of that up. Actually, just kidding. You know what? I need to add a little bit of concealer because I want to kind of brighten that up a little bit so that our light shade that we're getting ready to put on there kind of shows up. And we're just going to add it to this. Do not open your eye. So we all remember what happened last time that I did something like this. I'm referring to the cut crease video. If you all watched it, then you already know. And you're probably all sitting there laughing saying, yep, that was a train wreck. I don't know, I think the cut crease turned out fine, but the process was a whole nother story. Okay, I'm keeping it close, I don't want to crease, but we're gonna go in with this shade because it's bright, and we're gonna use a little bit of this shade. Tap that off. We're just gonna add that to, like, you know, where we just put our concealer. Ooh, that looks different, doesn't it? Now I'm gonna take that same kind of purpley color and on my blending side of my brush and just kind of blend that in together. Kind of blend it out a little. So now that we have done that, we got both eyes done. It looks semi-even, so let's move on. So I want to line underneath my eye as well. So I'm going to take that same purple that we used at the very beginning to lay down stuff, and I want to put that under. Oop. I'm going to just smack it on my face apparently. Nope. We're just going to line right there, give it just a little bit of color. Okay, so now that we have done that, and I think it looks a little bit more dramatic, because that's what we're kind of going for, like a bold. I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in white, because I have noticed that it kind of helps make my eyes look a little bit brighter when I have a white eyeliner in my waterline instead of black. So we're just going to pull the skin down a little bit, try not to get in our eye, and we're going to, I know I look super scared right now because I'm super scared of looking myself in the eye. This is usually a two-hand job for me. There you go. So now we have that done, and your eyes already look the same, but it's cool. Some people, it really opens up. Me, apparently not. So now we're going to go ahead and add some eyeliner. I'm using NYX, of course, Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black, because you know myself. And we're going to go ahead and line it first, and then we might add a small wing. I suck at wings, suck at them, but we're gonna attempt something. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna line ever so softly. Line. There we go. I think that's cute, don't you? That looks very soft. Okay, so now that we have done both sides, I hope I didn't go overboard. I kind of went crazy. This side was having a hard time. I think it looks okay. So we are going to go ahead and let that kind of dry before we add our lashes and the mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my contouring. So I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I love this for my contouring. Normally I use just a bronzer, but we're gonna use this today because sometimes I do like to just contour. So we're gonna use probably these two shades, maybe more of this color because I don't want a huge contour, I guess. So we're gonna go here, tap that off a little bit, and then we're going to carve out where, well, let me get my hair out of the way. We're gonna just bring that down where we want it. I probably did that a little bit too low actually, so, but it's okay. I'm gonna use a clean brush and I'm just going to blend all that in. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of define our contour, and I'm gonna take this light, just put on my beauty blender like this, and I'm going to kind of line my jaw. So that it goes back to looking how I had it beforehand. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add our highlight. And I'm using the Mary Luminizer that I got from my Ipsy bag. Still don't know what shade it's in. I should probably look that up. But you know me, guys. I don't think things through. And we're just going to add highlight above our cheek. Now, if you watched my Let's Try Lashes, you may have heard me talk about e.l.f.'s new fake lashes they've got out right now that I actually just found, and it's the Luxe Lash Kit. And these to me look so much more natural than their other ones that they have, which is amazing. So when you open the package, you get these, and these come with tweezers. They do not come with lash glue. Luckily I have lash glue, but in case you don't, make sure if you buy this pack, you get you a little thing of lash glue, because I did not know that when I bought these, so I luckily had some on hand. First off, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I don't know why I'm curling them, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't think I got that one very well. Oh well. Now, again, you want to look at which side you're gonna put them on. And this time we're probably going to trim them, because it seems that every time I do these things, oh my gosh, they feel so nice. But every time I do these things, I always have them too long. Now, when we trim, you do not ever trim from here. You want to trim back here, because you see, I don't know if you can tell, but they taper out. You notice that. And you want to keep that tapered look. Yeah, I'm just going to trim just a smidge, and you don't want to trim too much, so barely do it, guys. Barely. Like, take a little bit off. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to take a smidge, like this first little section. Because if you cut too much, well, then you're, SOL. And ain't nobody want to do that. So. See, can you see that? I don't know if you can or not. And I'm hoping I'm getting back in focus. But very little. See? And see? You still have the long ends. Okay, so now that we got that, let's look and see if that's a better fit. I think so. I think so for right now. It's just going to be. So let's go ahead and add our lash glue. I know I'm starting with my left eye. I kind of forgot to grab the right eye side first. So we're gonna just get a little bit on there. The bad thing about these that pour out is that it's hard to make it precise. So you wanna be really careful not to add too much. Salvage that. And now let's just let it dry. Okay, now that I think that is tacky, let's go ahead and add it. I need my tweezers. I just need them. No. Nope. Just try this again. Okay, so I went ahead and did both sides because this one was giving me trouble. I just wanted to go ahead and get both lashes put on. But the process is still the same as I did the first 4 million times on this eye. Just keep repeating it till you get it right, basically. So I freaking love these lashes, by the way. I love them. I love them so much. Now, if you can tell, I don't know if you can, there's like, you can see the glue. So what I want to do is take my eyeliner and kind of go over that to cover up the glue and to kind of fix where I messed up 8 million times. You're basically just touching up. You don't really need to do a whole bunch. unless you messed up 8 million times like I did. So now that we have fixed it with the eyeliner, let's go ahead and add a little bit of mascara to just, I don't know, blend them maybe. Maybe that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna kind of coat ever so slightly our lashes. Oh, there we go. And then I'm just gonna add some to the bottom. I'm also gonna fix this one over here. Okay, now to add to the bottom. As I'm like diving in to my mascara. Anybody else make weird looks when you're adding mascara? Oop. Okay. Now I know you can add like bottom lashes. It scares me to add lashes to the top, so you can go ahead, already guess it's going to terrify me to do the bottom. So now I just want to clean up some of the mascara that I just got on the bottom of my eyes. Okay, now that's cleaned up, we got our lashes on. Now let's finish this look. Again, another NYX product, the lingerie, and we're doing embellishment because we added purple to our eyes. Why not add purple to our lips? I love this stuff because it's dark, and it's great, just great for any date night look. There we go. Lipstick is done. Okay, here's the final look. I went ahead and blended out my eyeshadow a little bit more because it was too liney and I really wanted it to blend a little bit more. Went ahead and add some jewelry and I just threw my hair up again. Normally on date nights I will curl my hair, so if you want to see a tutorial of how I do that, just let me know. I didn't curl it for this one because this video is already long enough. Nobody wants it to be any longer. So with that being said, what do you think of the final look? Something you could wear on a date night, or go to Walmart. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Alright, that's it for this video. If y'all liked it, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos that I put out. I'll see you in my next video.